Welcome back guys to another video, and in today's one we are going to be continuing on with the career progress, and this time it is the tier 4 for play to win in the casino missions. Yes, I have skipped over strong arm tactics, but I will come back to that one at the end, but for now let's get on with play to win.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, but I let all that go. Yeah. Woo! This is a spiritual war, people! A spiritual war!
And you are not wrong, Brucey, this really is a spiritual war, this one. So first things first, call in the armoured Karuma.
Alright, let's hit them where it hurts. In the bank balance. There's a tanker truck at the oil derricks in Elborough Heights. Another at the Zero Gas building by the airport. And the two more coming into the city from the north and the east.
Let me reiterate, I know nothing about what you're doing here. But the Changs will reimburse you generously for the disruption of the Duggan's oil and gas operation. Stick it to those pricks.
So this was my first playthrough of Play to Win, and the 3 elements required for the career progress were to complete it in hard mode with pistols only, and hard mode losing less than 50% health.
It looks like you got a tanker truck. 3 more to go.
And I naively thought, okay, this is going to be easy enough. Jump in the Karuma, pistol everything, easy win. Totally forgetting about my melee hitting loose chain.
That's it. You took out the whole network. Now we have to finish them off. They own the Los Santos Gas Company facility near the port. Destroy everything they got there. Security has been called in, so this may be a challenge. The boss is counting on you.
So as you can see, I'm driving about, exploding the tankers with a pistol, including the drivers, which it didn't even dawn on me that they'd be dying through that explosion. But carrying on, clear all the, well, some of the guards out and just go about exploding these tankers here.
Are you done at the gas company? Quick, get out of the area.
Give me phone! You got those fucker, didn't you? This war is just getting started. No one fuck with Tao Chen. Brucey, come on, stretch me off.
And it's at this point I'm thinking, wow, that was really easy. Little did I know. But here comes the realisation when I only get 2 of the awards. I don't get the pistol only one. And this is where the trouble began. So let me save you all the hassle, and I'll go through everything that you need to do to be able to complete this with pistols only.
Material things, sick rides, luxury real estate, snapmatic followers, yeah, don't forget.
So let me just say that this did take about 7 or 8 different run-throughs and attempts and trials before I finally got the correct method. So as you can see, I'm coming upon tanker A, and what you're looking to try and do is either stop the cab like this or disconnect the tanker from the cab. Unfortunately for me, the driver was able to keep going there. Now you can take the risk of trying to shoot the passenger and driver through the side window. I wouldn't try and shoot them through the windscreen because there is a high probability you're going to explode the tanker. But as you can see there, I did manage to disconnect the tanker from the truck cab. Now I did get very lucky that the tanker didn't explode after all those flips and impacts with the road. Unfortunately though, the truck cab itself didn't stay in this top road, it actually went down that gap there. So I'm left with a trailer with no truck cab. So I do need to find another truck cab to be able to haul this, but firstly I'm going to make this safe and flip it back onto its wheels and get it the right way up. What would normally happen is either the truck and trailer would stop, or if the truck cab was still up top, the driver and the passenger would get out and you'd be able to shoot them without the risk of actually blowing up the trailer. Having said that, as you'll see later in the video, there is one trailer that you do need to explode. But now that that trailer's safe, we're moving on to trailer D. And again, we're looking to either pin the trailer against something so it can't move, or disconnect it from the truck cab. Now I suppose you could use a smaller vehicle to try and pin it under the trailer itself to disconnect it, but I went with the bigger, heavier vehicle, the Night Shark, just so as I could control the truck cab and try and force it into a wall like I've done there. Once that's done, it's just a case of either waiting for the driver to get out or pulling him out. And I made the mistake here of not killing the passenger with a pistol. As you can see there, the truck cab's actually knocked him down. It's given me the credit for that kill, although I didn't use a pistol. Don't take that risk, definitely shoot the passenger with a pistol. I think the game itself is bugged out for me with that kill, luckily enough. But with the trailer itself, what you want to do now is take it to the docks area, the side with the helipad. And what you want to do is very carefully and very slowly reverse the trailer into the water. Now you do need to go very slowly and back it in. Keep an eye on your minimap, and what you're looking for is the red dot disappearing from the minimap. And as soon as that red dot disappears from the minimap, you are disconnecting the trailer from the cab. So there it's disappeared and I've disconnected, and that is it, destroyed. So I'm going to keep a hold of this truck cab and go and collect trailer A, the one that I disconnected earlier up on the highway. And we're going to do the exact same thing with this trailer. We're going to take it to the helipads area at the dock, and exactly nice and slowly reversing it in, looking for the red dot disappearing on the minimap, disconnecting and pulling away. And we can now go and collect trailer B and C, which don't have truck cabs next to them, so you do need to keep a hold of the truck cab that you have at the moment. There are a couple of guards at this one and one guard at trailer B, but it's just a matter of collecting both the trailers once you've taken out the guards, heading over to the docks and submerging the trailers in the water. Now there are two areas where you can actually do this. This is the easiest place to sink the trailers though, so I would advise that you bring all the trailers over here. The other area is at the end of the LS River, and I'll show you that later in the video, but it is a lot more difficult, a lot more dangerous trying to sink your trailers at that location. So yeah, it will take a little bit longer, especially for these trailers over this side of the map, to take it over to the docks, but I would advise bringing all your trailers to this area here.
That's it. You took out the whole network. Now we have to finish them off. They own the Los Santos gas company facility near the port. Destroy everything they got there. Security has been called in, so this may be a challenge. The boss is counting on you.
So next up, we're moving into the gas facility. So I'm going to call in my Kuruma for this part of the mission. Once you get to that area, you will see a truck cab and trailer coming out. Let that one go, and we will come back to that one at the end of the video. But basically we are just going to spend 5 minutes driving about, taking out every single guard that you can see. It must be done. You need to take all these guards out to make the area safe for you to be able to take these trailers away. It also ensures that there's no guards going to be blown up by the buzzards that you're going to take out. The two buzzards that will spawn didn't actually spawn in for me until I got out my Kuruma and went for the trailers. But once you've made sure that every guard has been taken out, it's just a case of collecting each of the truck cabs and trailers and taking them to the docks. I will, however, show you the LS River location with this trailer, and it's just round the corner from the gas facility. You're basically coming down this pathway into the river itself and reversing it back down this steep slope. Now, because of the depth of the water, it doesn't actually destroy the truck cab. You can actually go in quite far with the truck cab because the exhausts are so high, but it does make it a lot more dangerous and a lot more difficult trying to control the trailer, but also getting it to disappear from the minimap. As you'll see, it doesn't actually disappear from the minimap until I've disconnected it, and it actually explodes once I've disconnected it, and it's at that point it disappears. Now again, I was kind of worrying, has that failed the mission for me? But I wasn't going to take that chance again, and I wouldn't advise you to use the LS River. take it to the safer area at the helipad at the docks. But moving back to the facility, you can see the buzzards have spawned in, and what I'm doing here is I'm just trying to see if there's any passengers or the side gunman in the buzzard, which there wasn't with that one, so there was only the pilot in the first buzzard. I've got another one hovering right above me, so I've taken out the guard first on the ground, and then as you can see, no passenger in the front, but there are 2 gunmen at the back that you've got to take out before you take out the pilot, because if the buzzard explosion kills those 2 gunmen in the back or the passenger, it probably will void the pistols only challenge. But there you go, I've taken out the 2 gunmen. Now I can't take the buzzard out yet because this trailer cab is here and I don't want to risk the buzzard landing on it, so I'll clear this one out first. Again, taking it over to the helipad at the docks area. It is the safer place to submerge the trailers in the water, and once you get over there, again it's just a matter of very slowly, very carefully reversing the trailer into the water until the red dot disappears from the minimap. But once that's done, we're heading back to the gas facility, and now that the area under the buzzards is clear, I'm actually going to take these buzzards out now. So this first one is over the road area. The trailer that was at this side is now away, so I can quite safely take out the pilot if I can actually hit him, and the buzzard will come down over the road area without risk of it hitting any trailers. And we move on round to the second buzzard. Now that I've cleared out this area here, there is one more trailer in this area, but it is under cover at the back of the building there on the left. So a very low possibility of the buzzard actually swinging around and destroying that trailer. But we're actually going to do that now. This trailer under here is the only one that you can't get with a truck cab, so you do need to shoot it to explode it. So as for the actual mechanics of the game and what's counted and what's not allowed, I'm not sure. I think it is related somehow to the truck cab being attached to the trailer. As with one of my previous attempts where I reversed both the trailer and the truck cab into the LS River and left them attached, it didn't disappear, it didn't destroy the trailer. So it's definitely linked to the truck cab in some way. But we do get this final one, and as soon as I get into the truck cab here, I'll get 4 more guards that spawn in, so I'm just going to take them out quickly with the pistol. This one hiding from me away at the back, but we eventually get him. Once I get into a decent range for the pistol to be effective, that's him out. We'll head back to the truck cab and we'll get this one out of this area here and over to the helipad docks area. This one is a little trickier to reverse, so I'm not going to show you how long it actually took me to reverse this thing out of here, but we do eventually get there and we'll get it over to the docks, and it's the same again, just reversing it back very slowly until it disappears from the minimap, and it's at that point that you're disconnecting it from the trailer. But I'm just calling in my night shark so as we can go and get the final trailer, that one that drove away from the gas facility as we first entered it, and it will be at the oil refinery plant over at El Burro Heights. For each of the testing that I did, it always ended up over at this location, and at this point he did actually get out the truck cab for me, so he was easy enough to take out. And on this occasion I don't think that was a passenger, but the passenger door is also locked, but it's just a matter of taking the cab and getting it over to the helipads at the docks again and submerging this one in the water. So yes, definitely a very complicated mission, very buggy. I'm not sure if they actually intended it to work this way, but so far this is the only method that has worked to be able to get the pistols only challenge completed on the career progress. So hopefully this playthrough helps you and you're able to get the pistols only challenge completed for yourself. I would say just bring all the trailers to this area, don't use LS River. But there we go, that's the mission passed. And as you can see, we finally get that pistols only award for the tier 4 challenge. So yeah, it did let me away with that first passenger that got killed when I ran him over, and the explosion in the LS River. I did get away with them. As you can see, I've got both awards ticked off there. But again, I would advise you guys to play it safe. Take your time, make sure you shoot all the guards and all the truck passengers, and bring all the trailers to the helipad docks area to submerge them. But there you have it guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, hope you found it useful to get this challenge completed. Thanks for watching, and I'll leave it to Brucey to tell you what to do.
Yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe.